Hi everybody, Happy New Year to everyone who is watching All of Your Business. In All of Your Business we talk about economic developments, but 2026 is beginning and with lots of hopes for Pakistan's economy. We're going to talk about what are we going to see in 2026 and what are we carrying from 2025 with our guest Mr. Mehtab Haider. Assalamu alaikum sir.
Walaikum assalam.
Happy New Year sir.
Same to you.
How are you feeling?
I am feeling happy.
You're feeling happy. We all are feeling happy. We have New Year resolutions. People are making promises to themselves that they're going to fulfill in 2026. Sir, have you made any promise to yourself?
Yes.
Okay. So we are not going to ask that. That's a little bit personal. So, sir, I would like to ask you a very important question: that how do you see Pakistan standing in respects to economy in 2026?
Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Thank you very much for having me. Actually, this calendar year of 2026 provides a lot of opportunities as well as challenges for Pakistan's economy. We have achieved stabilization and now it gives an opportunity to this country to move towards higher growth trajectory. We have seen such a scenario in the past several times, but every time we missed that opportunity and we plunged into a race where we didn't take care of what kind of growth we are going to achieve. And higher growth trajectory always resulted into a boom bust cycle. Boom bust cycle means that whenever Pakistan's economy turned its growth trajectory beyond 5 to 6%, it resulted into creating imbalances, both on fiscal and external front of the economy. Now we are exactly on the same situation, where we will have to move cautiously towards achieving a growth which should be sustainable and inclusive. Sustainable means that it shouldn't result into creating any kind of twin deficits. So Pakistan will have to ensure its fiscal sustainability by achieving higher growth revenues, as well as our non-debt creating dollar inflows should be increased than the import bill. It means we will have to focus on our exports. We will have to focus on bringing remittances. We will have to focus on foreign direct investment. These three avenues can help Pakistan to achieve higher growth trajectory. And on remittances alone was the sole benchmark that avoided default in last 2 to 3 years period. If we multiply it through increasing exports as well as increasing FDI, Pakistan can achieve higher growth without creating imbalances.
Right. So, sir, does that mean 2026 is going to be a game changer year for Pakistan?
It's a game changing year for Pakistan if we achieve higher growth trajectory without creating imbalances.
Right.
And this is the way we will have to move our economy, because in the past, every time our economy heated and we plunged into a crisis like situation, we will have to avoid this kind of growth which poses risk.
Sir, what could be the major challenge according to your expert opinion?
First of all, Pakistan requires to broaden its narrow tax base.
Right.
Salaried class is the ultimate victim, and the formal sector, manufacturing sector, is facing too much burden.
Right.
There is a need to broaden the tax base, and every kind of income should be brought into the tax net.
Right.
And the second, there is a need to reduce the cost of doing business in Pakistan, because without reducing the cost of doing business, we will not be able to achieve higher exports, because there is a cutthroat competition in the international market. So these two challenges are the really a diring effect on Pakistan's economy. And if we are able to overcome these two challenges, we can avoid the risks which I have described earlier.
Right. Sir, what do you think what we are taking from 2025 other than the monster of circular debt? What are we taking bad things from 2025 to 2026 that Pakistan would have to deal with?
First of all, for instance, exports. Our exports have recently witnessed a reduction compared to the last year.
Right.
Slight decrease, but this trend needs to be reversed. We will have to move towards a higher exports trajectory. For instance, Minister for Planning has given a roadmap in front of Pakistan's political and military leadership, where he has given a target to jack up the exports in next 4 years period up to $63 billion. If Pakistan avoids to request another IMF program, so this is the first prerequisite if we want to say goodbye to the IMF. So this is the level where we will have to achieve. Second, we will have to achieve a growth, because we have suffocated the economy too much under the IMF program. Although inflation has reduced sharply, but now this is the time when the focus should be diverted towards achieving higher growth trajectory, because without achieving higher growth, we will not be able to overcome a dent poverty as well as unemployment. Employment opportunities will only be increased when there will be higher growth.
Right. Sir, do you think will Pakistan ever be able to get rid of IMF, or maybe can take necessary steps in 2026?
I think if it cannot be happen overnight, and it cannot be happen with magic wand, we will have to move towards sustainable growth, or we will have to reduce expenditures,
Right.
as well as our reliance on non-essential luxury items. So it's a difficult question to answer, but it requires a political will of the ruling elites, as well as the people of Pakistan will have to demonstrate their will to achieve that they will increase their productivity, overall productivity, and then they will be able to come out from the clutches of the IMF.
Right.
Otherwise, it will remain a wish list.
Right. So, since we talked about in 2025 inflation reduced sharply, so how do you see inflation in 2026?
If there will be no exogenous shocks, then inflation, for instance floods, for instance anywhere war in the world and the fuel prices escalates. Without these risks, the inflation in Pakistan should be hover around 5 to 7% range for this financial year,
Right.
till 30th June 2026, and afterwards this range will remain the same, provided there will be no shocks. But if the prices of the fuel, a demand for the fuel or the POL increases, then it can pose very risky situation, both for the external account of the Pakistan's economy as well as for inflation. And then if the inflation will go up, then the whole macroeconomic fundamentals will have its devastating effects.
So, do you think Pakistan's tourism sector will grow in 2026?
I think tourism, there is a need to focus on this sector, because I have visited several international destinations, and I can bet on it that Pakistan is one of the most beautiful country in the world.
No doubt.
But we will have to develop our sites, we will have to develop the required infrastructure, as well as we will have to ensure the safety and security of the foreign tourist. If we are able to build up this kind of ecosystem, then tourism is the future of Pakistan.
Right. Sir, if I ask you to make a wish for Pakistan in 2026 on this New Year's, what would you do?
I think macroeconomic stability and inclusive growth, sustainable growth should be my wish list, because that is the path. If we lose it, then we will be back to square one. So this is very important to stick to this path and achieve higher growth trajectory in 2026.
And sir, do you think that we are at least on the direction of it?
We are on the direction. We are at the crossroads
Right.
where we can move towards the right path. But on this juncture, in the past, we will always adopted a rush gold path that resulted or plunged into a crisis-like situation.
Right.
And it happened several times. So we are warning time and again that we will have to avoid it this time.
Right, right. Thank you so much, sir. That was very well put. This was all for today. For more updates, keep watching All of Your Business and do let us know that what wish you have made for yourself and for our country, Pakistan. Till then, keep watching our show. This is Sheheryar signing out. Happy New Year's, everybody.